Hi, I'm Shima, and this is Amanda from Niche Decor, and we're here with Berit and Mitch from Stamp and Hammer, our industry experts, and we're chatting about all things architecture today.
Thanks for having us. We're really excited.
Your projects are rooted in place, but it has such a global lens. How do you guys create meaningful places no matter the location of the project?
Really, where all our project starts is with our client. We really get to know them. Like we are, asking all the right question is number one. We always start having this conversation about, how do they like to cook dinners? And they always ask, why are you asking these questions? And it just is our way of really understand like how you like to use your kitchen. How do you like to entertain? So these questions and the communication actually is the whole front of the design. And it's really our job to get that out of our clients, because a lot of people don't realize what's important for us to know in order to really design around their needs. When we gotten to know them and gotten to know their families, their lifestyle, that's when we bring in, where in the world is it? Is it in North America? Is it in Europe? Is in Bahamas? And that culture we bring in with the combinedness of who our client is and their family is and how they want to use the space. It also means that no house is ever the same, right? Like it really comes to life from our client. So international or not, it always comes back to who our clients are.
And that's very similar to how we work, right? We want to know how the people live, do they have kids, dogs, do they entertain a lot? So our paths are very crossed in a lot of ways.
Well, I think that it actually goes hand in hand. Like we cannot design a space without thinking about furniture and placement. So early on in the process, that's where this relationship between us is really combining and is needed to be combined with the client.
Your work often designs people's forever homes. What kind of legacy do you hope that you leave behind?
Yeah, designing someone's forever home is an incredible responsibility. It's a privilege that we don't take for granted. I think the legacy we hope to leave behind, it's not about the structure, it's about the impact to the lives that live in these homes. If we've done our job right, the structure disappears into the experience.
And think about the memories that people have, their photos.
Yes.
It's the backdrop that you designed.
Yeah.
I think you're right. It's such an honor.
Everybody always talks about what is trending now and what's not trending. For us, it's really, again, comes back to our clients and the forever little details. Trends comes and goes, but homes really stays forever.
Yeah. I have a quick question. What is your stamp? Do you have a certain stamp or a certain signature that you put into homes as you're doing the architecture?
This is something Mitch does very, very well. It is about ceiling details. Ceiling details really makes a space change, and lighting in that ceiling detail is really changing the way you can use the space. And then again, with the furniture placement, all those three combined is something we talk about. So ceiling details, really, that's where a lot of our conversation goes. Obviously windows, obviously, how the spaces are interacted, but ceiling details is definitely something that cannot be forgotten.
Well, wouldn't have thought of it. That's a good answer.
Now, you already started touching on this, but how do you feel architecture and furnishings shape a final space? How do those come together?
It definitely comes together, like we said early on. The architecture really is the structure, the details, the framework, but without the furnishing, which is really the warmth and the softness in the design, you don't have a cohesive home. So like we were saying, this is very important from early on to have this conversation and really get you guys involved early on in the process to ensure that it's a complete design, complete package, complete family home.
Architecture is so much more than the shell and what Berit's saying. And what we've really noticed is giving that experience requires all of the things. And furnishings are such a major part of that. So I think at the end of the day, people are just really looking forward to a good experience every day in their home.
So I know that we've talked about also how you want everything to kind of complement and continue that layering and continuing that experience. It's always one thing when a client walks into their, the hard finishes are in, the walls are in, and they're in love with that. But then how do you keep layering in more?
Great.
Right?
Yeah. And I think just to ensure, like, we don't want it to be staged. We want it to be like home.
Yeah.
So it's that combined in the team. Without a team, you won't be able to design a home.
Yeah. And your thought process is what makes you guys as successful as you are today, because that's what people are seeking. They want a home. They don't want a structure, right? What's one part of the architectural process that clients always underestimate?
I would say the decisions that they have to make. So many decisions in the process, everything from exterior to interior, and it starts very early on in the process. And one of the things that help us is our rendering team. We make sure we design in 3D, we render everything, so it's easier for people to see the visual and make decisions faster. But it's definitely still something everybody always comes back to us and say, that is a lot of decisions.
That is true.
I'm sure they have to learn their preferences really quick, don't they?
Absolutely.
Okay, Mitch, quickly. Is there a detail that you'll fight to keep in even when budgets get tight?
I mean, it's one of my favorites, but it's definitely ceiling details. It's easy to understand why they go because it's just not square footage. It's something you don't really see on a plan. But when you walk into a space, a 2-story living room, it has impact. When you're laying in bed and you look up and you see cathedral ceiling, it feels like royalty. I mean, we'll always fight for those experiences because that's what really makes a home a custom feel.
What makes a project a dream project for you?
The dream project for us is really, again, rooted around the client, them trusting us, the collaboration, the experience, getting to know them. That is definitely number one.
Now, if your firm was a drink, coffee, tea, cocktail, what would it be and why?
I think you can answer that.
I think no doubt we would be definitely a coffee. And I'm not talking any coffee. I'm not saying Starbucks. This is a well-crafted, the most skilled barista. It has
It's
layers.
the layers of the beans and the roast and, the love that's put into that perfect cup of coffee. That's how we see our firm.
Definitely.
I think it is so perfect.
Yeah.
Like getting to know both of you in the firm. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Berit and Mitch from Stamp and Hammer, for sitting down and chatting with us today. And we got to learn so much more about your field in architecture and your true expertise. Thank you
for having us. This has been so much fun.